Finally, it's my honor to call to the podium Glenn Evers of MAA. Glenn Evers of MAA to take the oath of office as this year's president of the Florida Apartment Association. I'm going to go off script and make the guy at the teleprompter crazy. I've known Glenn for 6 years. I first met Glenn when I was teaching CAPS for the Apartment Association of Greater Orlando, and Glenn was in the class. I knew then that Glenn was going to be a rock star. He was smart, he was funny, he was on point with everything he had to say, he cared, and he loved this industry, and I could tell that. And after I had an opportunity to get to know Glenn through the National Apartment Association and how supportive he was of me when I was chairman of the National Apartment Association, it became clear to me that not only was Glenn an incredible individual and incredibly talented in our industry, but a fiercely loyal friend. You don't get that very much in this business. So I value that friendship to this day. I marvel at his glamping escapades. I love keeping track of him via Facebook. I was going to thank his soulmate, John Marshall, for sharing him with us for the next year. John's not here. And I wanted to thank his MMA family for also supporting him and kind of keeping him going while he's going to be off traveling. He's an extraordinary man, and you're very lucky to have him as your FAA president as soon as I finish swearing him in. Ready for this? Glenn, as president, you've been elected to serve in the highest office to which any member of this association may be elected. Your election reflects the great esteem in which you are held by your fellow members and the confidence they have in your ability to successfully lead this association. Your job is as important as it is difficult, for what you do in the coming year will have a lasting impact on the future of this association. As the chief elected officer, you are charged with presiding over all meetings of the board of directors and the general membership. You are also charged with duties and responsibilities as outlined in the bylaws. To accept these duties and responsibilities as president, please raise your right hand and say, "I will."
I will.
Congratulations and best of luck. I would like to recognize the current members of the Florida Apartment Association's Board of Directors. There are 11 local affiliated apartment associations in Florida, and each of these local affiliates appoint directors who serve as voting members of the Florida Apartment Association Board of Directors. Unlike the members of the Executive Committee, who begin their terms this evening, the directors to the board serve beginning January 1 through December 31. Will all current members of the Florida Apartment Association Board of Directors please stand and remain standing? It has been your leadership to which this association has looked with confidence. I extend my sincerest appreciation for your service to the association. Ladies and gentlemen, your new president of the Florida Apartment Association, Mr. Glenn Evers.
Thank you, Alex. Ron, you're not quite off the hook yet. Come on back up. I have the honor of presenting you with the President's Plaque on behalf of the Executive Committee, Board of Directors, and FAA membership. I thank you for your service and look forward to your continued participation in the FAA Executive Committee. Thank you, Ron.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
It's behind you.
Was it? Thank you.
Let's have a picture.
Get a picture. And for everybody that was at the closing session, I'm sure you will join me in thinking of the word moist. If I can't pick on Ron, my life is not fulfilled. It's all right. First thing I want to say is what an honor it was to have Alex come and do this installation. When I asked her to do it, she, without hesitation, said she would come and do it. She is probably the busiest woman in this industry. She gives of herself selflessly, continually. She's always traveling somewhere, teaching a new class, doing something to help our industry, and truly an amazing pillar of our industry and someone that we all can look up to. So, Alex, thank you. She kind of preempted for me by saying the thanks to MAA. That is the most amazing family that I've had in a company. They support me. They make me excited to get up every day. I have an incredible, talented group of managers who make my job easy enough that I can give this extra time to do this. I have an incredibly supportive boss and coworkers who support me in every which way. So would the MEA team here tonight please stand up? Thank you guys for all that you do. I would also like to say most people don't know much about my family, but I do have a sister that is in the industry, and she joined us tonight, and she works for Robbins Realty, and my sister Glenda. Would you stand, please? Several people have told me recently they've met her and that she's the nice one. I don't know what to say about that. I would also like to talk about the amazing FAA team. A few years ago, we had a really difficult task when we had to transition from having the amazing Marjorie that we had for many, many years, and it was a very difficult time in our passage to get to that point. But I cannot share with you enough what an amazing staff we have now with Josh joining our team. He is an amazing leader with Courtney and Ralph and Rona and our new people that are joining. And I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names, so forgive me. But we are seeing things to such a new level and such a new height. It's amazing. And I just want to take a second to say thank you to them. They're amazing. So I've been doing this a long time. I used to say that I started when I was 10, but that doesn't even sound good after 31 years. So that's why I'm bald. It's an amazing industry, and it's an industry that I absolutely love. And I look back in my career, and I think about when I first started going to apartment association meetings. And that was actually in Lakeland when Lakeland had one. That tells you it's been a while. And then as I got involved with FAA, And I saw some of those people up on those stages. People like Gary Cherry and Dan Allen and Chris Burns. The Mark trifecta, I like to call it. Rosenwasser, Osier, and, and Decker. Of course, I will have to say after the NAN event the other morning that I can never get the picture of Osier with that pink wig on out of my head. Excuse me. But when I looked up at those people, I thought that is something I want to do one day. Not because I want to be up on a stage or I want to be seen, but I could see in them the passions of what they did. And I wondered how I could do that because I thought those people are like gods. But then luckily Ron came along and showed me a mere mortal could do it. So then I knew I was okay. So, what we do, this business is so amazing, and what I love about our business is the association. In that, we have the opportunity that it doesn't matter that it's your competitor across the street. They can still be your friend. We work together. I can call a competitor who is a friend and say, what's going on over there? I'm having this problem, or we're struggling with this. And they will share that information with me. We can help each other with that. I can tell you that in my long history in this industry, I have made lifelong friends, and that most of my dearest and closest friends are tied to this business. So that in itself means so much to me. Some of us are aging, and we're going to eventually cycle out of this, so we need to continue to get new people involved in this process. It is very rewarding. You know, we're not paid. We're not given extra things to be here. It's about giving back to an industry that's been good to us. So I hope, when I saw during this incredible conference so many young and new faces, I'm so hopeful that those faces will be people that we will see up here one day, and more involvement, and keep this going, because what we have is a gift. It's an amazing gift. I don't think there are many industries that have what we have. So for the next year, I promise to you that I will give 150%. I will get to see each of you locally. I'm looking forward to the first event in November. I'll be joining the CIFA group for their amazing awards. Looking very forward to that. Be patient as you reach out to try to schedule those things. I do have a paying job that I have to do as well. My boss is very kind, but I don't want to push it too far. So I need to schedule those things out. So please get with me about what events you'd like me to attend, and I will do my best to be there. But I promise you, before the year is over, I will visit every local. So in closing, I just want to say to you that I am so grateful and I am so humbled to be here before you. I really want to make you proud. So I ask, communicate with me. Let me know what it is that you as an association need. Let me know what it is that we together can achieve to make things even better and even stronger in the coming year. So thank you very much.